3-point Tigers lead, but Harvest Prep answers again in the fourth. Jamal Lipsy dumps it off to the big tight end, Isaiah Mullins. 40-yard touchdown pass, 34-29. Harvest Prep with 2:30 to go. Less than 30 seconds to go in regulation. Connor Banco, 3-yard touchdown. Tigers in front. They go for two, try to get it to a 3-point game. And Johnson finds Chase Wade, 37-34. Harvest Prep one last chance. They get to midfield. Lipsy keeps it alive. You already saw the score, but this is how it ends. Lipsy to Bangura for the touchdown, 50 yards as time expires, 40-37.
You are listening to the Mid-State League Weekly, covering Harvest Preparatory School athletics, and I'll be taking you around the Mid-State League. But since today the Mid-State League is over, Harvest Prep is the only team remaining. We're going to cover Harvest Preparatory School today. Thank you guys for listening to this podcast. My name is Willie Stimage, and hey, if you want to follow me, you want to tweet the show, you can tweet at MSL Weekly, or you can follow me on Instagram at Willie Stimage Photography, or Facebook.com/Willie's Pics, or you can send me an email at mslweekly@gmail.com. That's mslweekly@gmail.com. Okay, great win for Harvest Prep this weekend. Great win. Final score, I think it was 40-37 on a Hail Mary last minute, no second remaining play of the game by no other than Daniel Bangura. And shout out to Jamal Lipsy for extending that play and making it happen. But I just want to start right now by saying one of the Ohio high school slogans is respect the game. And we need to respect the game. I heard a lot of name calling, ugly words from some of the players, not calling no names. A lot of the fans, things been, marked on a locker room, and seen a picture of something on a bus. And Ohio High School has a rich tradition of the motto, respect the game. And that goes for players, coaches, and fans. So with that being said, listen to this right here.
Hi, I'm Beanie Wells. Whatever the sport, wherever it's played, there's one thing that student athletes, coaches, and fans can all share: sportsmanship. The Ohio High School Athletic Association Respect the Game campaign reminds us that school sports are so much more than wins and losses. On behalf of the OHSAA, let's all do our part to make school sports a fun, positive, and rewarding experience that student athletes will remember for a lifetime. Every game, every time, let's all respect the game.
Respect the game. And just heads up, I just want to bring that up. That's I was on the sideline doing some photography, and I actually heard a lot of bad language, a lot of things that does not need to be said. And so, with that being said, Ohio High School asks fans, students, and players and coaches to respect the game. So much for that. Harvest Prep stuns Shadyside 40-37, and the Warriors win on the final play of the game. And Canal Winchester Harvest Prep running back Daniel Bangura, he entered Saturday night's contest for the Ohio Division 7 Region 27 quarterfinals as the America's leading rusher with 3,138 yards. But it wasn't his running ability that folks are talking about. It was the one catch that made the difference. The junior running back silenced the home portion of Fleming Field's crowd with a 50-yard grab from Jamal Lipsy as time expired, as the Warriors snatched this victory from the jaws of defeat, shocking Shadyside 40-37. Harvest Prep 8-2 needed 21.9 seconds to drive 80 yards in 4 plays, capped off by Jamal Lipsey's heave into a wide open Bangura in the end zone that sent the camp from Franklin County into a frenzy. The fans went ballistic over that play. It was crazy. That was the craziest game, but it was real competitive. It was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it just came down to the final play, and Harvest Prep pulled it out. Shadyside, which had seized the momentum moments by a 3-yard run by Connor Banco. And shout out to Shadyside. These guys was like competitive. They was real competitive. They didn't give up. Connor Banco stood in stunning silence as the visitors began planning for a semi-round date versus Danville. The Blue Devils crushed previous undefeated Sciotaville Community 55-27 last Saturday night. But head coach Mark Holinka was quite emotional as he met with all his players individually in the locker room following the game. And he said they never gave up. He never gave up on their squad. There was a chance to have the ball back again, and I'm sure they went right down to the field and scored if they had that ball again. But unfortunately, the clock said 0, and that was all she wrote. But it says, get the credit to Harvest Prep. They went 80 yards in 21 seconds. We didn't get the job done. And Shadyside kicked off after its go-ahead score, and the boot rolled past Bangura into the end zone. That's what started it. When they took the lead, they kicked off, and that last kickoff went into the end zone, and so Harvest Prep came back out on his 20-yard line. And on first down, Jamal Lipsey hit Bangura, who finished with 3 catches for 73 yards for 18 and a first down on the 38. But next of all, Lipsey dropped back and found James McDonald for 12 more yards as the clock stopped at 15.8 seconds. And then Lipsey misfired on the first pass attempt at midfield, but his second attempt struck gold. On that second down, Lipsey dropped back, he rolled left, he stepped up, and he uncorked a pass toward the end zone to Bangura, who was all alone near the right backside of the end zone. Lipsey was close to the line of scrimmage, and when he threw the pass, but no flags was thrown. I really didn't see that. That was reported by Times Leader, just a newspaper, the Times Leader newspaper outlet. I really didn't see that. They said he was close to the line of scrimmage. But all in all, the clock says 0. Bangura made the catch. Harvest Prep is moving on. Bangura finished with 182 yards rushing after being held to only 39 yards in the first half. Lipsey racked up 302 yards passing with 171 yards coming by 3 touchdown strikes, 81, 40, and 50. And the opponent, Shadyside, finished with 216 yards rushing, with Johnson 113 and 1 touchdown, and Banco 63 yards and 2 touchdowns, sharing the load. Johnson was 12 of 17 for 180 yards behind the center. And their coach Holinka says this team is a testament to their families and great representation of their community. And that was the game. It was a great game, hard-hitting game. Head-to-head game, real competitive. Harvest Prep came out 40-37. Bangura, here's your game. Some of your game highlights. Shadyside struck first. Chase Wade with a 14-yard pass from Billy Johnson, and the 2-point conversion by Connor Banco made it 8-0. And then Harvest Prep came back. Savon Mitchell with an 81-yard pass from Jamal Lipsey. The kick was no good. They made it 8-6. Shadyside, Banco, 4-yard run. Billy Johnson with the the extra point, which made it 16-6 with a two-yard extra point. Then Bangura came back on a 2-yard run. Garcia with the kick was 16-13 Shadyside. Then Bangura came back with a 27-yard run. Garcia with the kick in the third quarter was 16-20 Harvest Prep. But then again, Billy Johnson came back with a 5-yard run, and Billy Johnson with the kick in the third quarter, which made it 23-20 Shadyside. Then Jamal Lipsey with a 38-yard run. The kick was no good in the fourth quarter, and the score was 26-23 Harvest Prep. This game was back and forth all game long. Billy Johnson, Shadyside, with a 15-yard run. The kick was no good. The score was 29-26 in the fourth quarter, Shadyside. Then Isaiah Mullen with a 41-yard pass from Jamal Lipsey. And then Lipsey came back with the extra point run, which made it 34-29 Harvest Prep. Then Shadyside, Connor Banco with a 3-yard run. Chase Wade with a 2-yard extra point, which made it 37-34 Shadyside. And the play of the game, Daniel Bangura, 50-yard pass from Jamal Lipsey. Last play of the game, no seconds remaining on the clock. Game was 40-37 Harvest Prep. So that was the game. Great game. Glad to be a part of it, and glad to be watching that particular game. Division 7, Region 27, Harvest Prep. Record 8-3. They're ranked 7 in Region 27. This is their third tournament appearance in football. Last time they was here was 2015. Playoff record is 2-2. No state appearances, but they're hoping to change that this year. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with some stats and further announcements. This is the Mid-State League Weekly. My name is Willie Stimage. Okay, guys, thank you guys for jumping back in. We're about to wrap this thing up with the final segment. These are the pretty short shows since the Mid-State League is over, and this is playoff football now. So these will be down to the point, and we're going to be out of here. So let me just get you all caught up on some things here. Max Prep, which is America's source for high school sports, has the national leaders in boys football for 16-17 school year. And guess who's on the list for leading rushers? No other than Daniel Bangura, the junior running back for Harvest Preparatory School. Total yards, 3,137. Yards per carry, 12.8. His longest run was 80 yards, and he holds down with 45 touchdowns for Daniel Bangura. And then you got Don Ragsdale of Pisgah in Mississippi, which has 3,081 yards. Eric Malesko, a senior out of North Vista, California, Riverside, California. He has 3,000 yards. And fourth on this is Austin Sturr, which is a senior at Heartland in Henderson, Northeastern. 2,996 yards. And then you got Zane Dudek of Armstrong in Pennsylvania. He has 2,936 yards. So these are your top 5. There's a lot more on here, but Daniel Bangura leads up the pack in that particular category. Okay, we're going to wind this up right now. Saturday, November the 12th, at 7 p.m., Harvest Preparatory School, which is 8-3, will be taking on Danville, the number 6 seed, which is 8-3 also, and this will be played at Newark High School at the Newark White Field. So make sure you be there. It's going to be another good game. I'm looking for. This is playoff. This is my time of year, and I love it. I love the high school sports. Love the playoffs. I was just thinking about high school sports. I'm going to give a shout out to Commissioner Dan Ross. Who is I think he was going through some health problems. Last time I seen him at the meeting, that's the last time I seen him, but I haven't heard no other report from him. I hope he's doing well. He's a good guy, and I just thought about him as I was talking. Got a question here. What is a champion? A champion is a person who has defeated or surpassed all rivals in a competition. And I think about Harvest Prep and all the battles they have been through, but they are the champions. A champion is a person who fights for a cause. These guys are fighting for a cause, and it's just to be state champions, and they're on their way. But we'll see what happens. We got to take it one game at a time. One game at a time. And I just want to close by letting you hear this clip again from I'm a Champion. And that thing is really, really, really good. I really like it. That's going to be it for today. It's a wrap. So we're going to close right there. Thank you guys for listening. I want to thank the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Prep Sports Writers Association for letting me be a member and a part of the Ohio Sports Writers Association, and let me be able to produce a podcast to cover the Mid-State League. Thank you guys so much for letting me be a part of that. So with that being said, this has been the Mid-State League Weekly Playoff Edition. My name is Willie Stimage. We'll see you guys next week, hopefully, with another victory. And with that being said, we're going to close right here by I am a champion. God bless you guys. See you next week.
Today, gentlemen, I've been honored to coach you. More honored to take you to the field of battle. But there's another honor that's been bestowed upon you. And that is the mantle that comes with that question. Who am I? I am a champion. That's right. You need to remember that all through this game. I will conquer what has not been conquered. Defeat will not be in my creed. I will believe what others have doubted. I will always endeavor to hold the prestige, honor, and respect of my team. I have trained my mind and my body will follow. Who am I? I am a champion. I will acknowledge the fact that my opponents do not expect me to win. But I will never surrender. Weakness will not be in my heart. I will look to my comrades and to those who have brought me to this world and those who have trained me, and I will draw strength from them. Who am I? I am a champion. I will gradually go out to the field of battle, and I will move in everything I can do. And I will reach my field of battle at any means at my disposal. And when I get there, I will ride violently. I will rip the heart from my enemy and leave it bleeding on the ground, because he cannot stop me. Who am I? I am a champion. To my side, I have comrades. Comrades that have been through me through thick and thin, through sacrifice, through blood, through sweat, through tears. Never will I let them fall. Never will I let them down. And I will never leave an enemy behind. Because our opponent does not know my heart. Who am I? I am a champion. No one will deny me. No one will define me. And no one will tell me who and what I am and can be. Belief will change my world. It has moved continents, it has moved countries, it has put man on the moon. And it will carry me through this battle. Who am I? I am a champion. Defeat, retreat, those are not in my words. I don't understand those definitions. I don't understand when things go wrong. I don't understand mistakes. But I do understand this. I understand victory, and I understand never surrendering. No matter how bad things go, my heart, my mind will carry my body when my limbs are too weak. Who am I? I'm the champion. Today will be that day. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now, right here, in your house and in your home. Who am I? I'm the champion. History will remember me. I will not let whereby have been kind. I will define myself. I will write my own praises. And no one will tell me what I can never be. I will never go out not knowing I've given everything I've got. Because who am I?